सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्याम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। We'll just chant the 5th chapter. We have time. अथ पञ्चमोऽध्यायः। अर्जुन उवाच सन्न्यासं कर्मणां कृष्ण पुनर्योगं च संशसि यच्छ्रेय एतयोरेकं तन्मे ब्रूहि सुनिश्चितम्। श्रीभगवानुवाच सन्न्यासः कर्मयोगश्च निःश्रेयसकरावुभौ तयोस्तु कर्मसन्न्यासात् कर्मयोगो विशिष्यते। ज्ञेयः स नित्यसन्न्यासी यो न द्वेष्टि न काङ्क्षति। निर्द्वन्द्वो हि महाबाहो सुखं बन्धात् प्रमुच्यते। सांख्ययोगो पृथक् बालाः प्रवदन्ति न पण्डिताः। एकमप्यास्थितः सम्यक् उभयोर्विन्दते फलम्। यत्साङ्ख्यैः प्राप्यते स्थानं तद्योगैरधिगम्यते। एकं साङ्ख्यं च योगं च यः पश्यति स पश्यति। सन्न्यासस्तु महाबाहो दुःखमाप्तुमयोगतः। योगयुक्तो मुनिर्ब्रह्म न चिरेणाधिगच्छति। योगयुक्तो विशुद्धात्मा विजितात्मा जितेन्द्रियः। सर्वभूतात्मभूतात्मा कुर्वन्नपि न लिप्यते। नैव किञ्चित् करोमीति युक्तो मन्येत तत्त्ववित्। पश्यन् शृण्वन् स्पृशन् जिघ्रन् अश्नन् गच्छन् स्वपन् श्वसन् प्रलभन् विसृजन् गृह्णन् उन्मिषन् निमिषन्नपि। इन्द्रियाणि इन्द्रियार्थेषु वर्तन्त इति धारयन्। ब्रह्मण्यादाय कर्माणि सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा करोति यः। लिप्यते न स पापेन पद्मपत्रमिवाम्भसा। कायेन मनसा बुद्ध्या केवलैरिन्द्रियैरपि योगिनः कर्म कुर्वन्ति सङ्गं त्यक्त्वात्मशुद्धये। युक्तः कर्मफलं त्यक्त्वा शान्तिमाप्नोति नैष्ठिकीम्। अयुक्तः कामकारेण फले सक्तो निबध्यते। सर्वकर्माणि मनसा सन्न्यस्यास्ते सुखं वशी। नवद्वारे पुरे देहि नैव कुर्वन्न कारयन्। न कर्तृत्वं न कर्माणि लोकस्य सृजति प्रभुः। न कर्मफलसंयोगं स्वभावस्तु प्रवर्तते। शक्नोति हैव यः सोढुं प्राक्शरीरविमोक्षणात् कामक्रोधोद्भवं वेगं स युक्तः स सुखी नरः योऽन्तः सुखोऽन्तरारामस्तथान्तर्ज्योतिरेव यः स योगी ब्रह्मनिर्वाणं ब्रह्मभूतोऽधिगच्छति लभन्ते ब्रह्मनिर्वाणं ऋषयः क्षीणकल्मषाः छिन्नद्वैधायतात्मानः सर्वभूतहिते रताः कामक्रोधवियुक्तानायतीनायतचेतसाम् अभितो ब्रह्मनिर्वाणं वर्तते विदितात्मनां स्पर्शान् कृत्वा बहिर्बाह्यान् चक्षुश्चैवान्तरे भ्रुवोः प्राणापानौ समौ कृत्वा नासाभ्यन्तरचारिणौ यतेन्द्रियमनो बुद्धिर्मुनिर्मोक्षपरायणः विगतेच्छाभयक्रोधो यः सदा मुक्त एव सः भोक्तारं यज्ञतपसां सर्वलोकमहेश्वरं सुहृदं सर्वभूतानां ज्ञात्वा मां शान्तिमृच्छति। ॐ तत्सत् इति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासूपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे कर्मसन्न्यासयोगो नाम पञ्चमोऽध्यायः। ॐ श्रीपरमात्मने नमः। अथ षष्ठोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच अनाश्रितः कर्मफलं कार्यं कर्म करोति यः स सन्न्यासी च योगी च न निरग्निर्न चाक्रियः यं सन्न्यासमिति प्राहुः योगं तं विद्धि पाण्डव न ह्यसन्न्यस्तसङ्कल्पः योगी भवति कश्चन आरुरुक्षोर्मुनेर्योगं कर्मकारणमुच्यते योगारूढस्य तस्यैव शमत्कारणमुच्यते यदा हिनेन्द्रियार्थेषु न कर्मस्वनुषज्यते सर्वसङ्कल्पसन्न्यासी योगारूढस्तदोच्यते उद्धरेदात्मनात्मानं नात्मानमवसादयेत् आत्मैव ह्यात्मनो बन्धुः आत्मैव रिपुरात्मनः बन्धुरात्मात्मनस्तस्य येनात्मैवात्मना जितः अनात्मनस्तु शत्रुत्वे वर्तैतात्मेव शत्रुवत् जितात्मनः प्रशान्तस्य परमात्मा समाहितः शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु तथा मानापमानयोः ज्ञानविज्ञानतृप्तात्मा कूटस्थो विजितेन्द्रियः युक्त इत्युच्यते योगी समलोष्टाश्मकाञ्चनः सुहृन्मित्रार्युदासीन मध्यस्थद्वेष्य बन्धुषु साधुष्वपि च पापेषु समबुद्धिर्विशिष्यते योगी युञ्जीत सततम् आत्मानं रहसि स्थितः एकाकीयत चित्तात्मा निराशीरपरिग्रहः शुचौ देशे प्रतिष्ठाप्य स्थिरमासनमात्मनः नात्युच्छ्रितं नातिनीचं चैलाजिनकुशोत्तरं तत्रैकाग्रं मनः कृत्वा यतचित्तेन्द्रियप्रियः उपविश्यासने भुञ्जात् योगमात्मविशुद्धये समङ्काय शिरो ग्रीवं धारयन्नचलं स्थिरः सम्प्रेक्ष्य नासिकाग्रं स्वं दिशश्चानवलोकयन् प्रशान्तात्मा विगतभीः ब्रह्मचारिव्रते स्थितः मनः संयम्य मच्चित्तः युक्त आसीत मत्परः युञ्जन्नेवं सदात्मानं योगी नियतमानसः शान्तिर्निर्वाणपरमां मत्संस्थामधिगच्छति नाद्युष्णितस्तु योगोऽस्ति न चैकान्तमनश्नतः न चातिस्वप्नशीलस्य जाग्रतो नैव चार्जुन युक्ताहारविहारस्य युक्तचेष्टस्य कर्मसु युक्तस्वप्नावबोधस्य योगो भवति दुःखः यदा विनयतञ्चित्तम् आत्मन्येवावतिष्ठते निःस्पृहः सर्वकामेभ्यः युक्त इत्युच्यते तदा यथा दीपो निवातस्थः नीङ्गते सोपमा स्मृता योगिनो यतचित्तस्य युञ्जतोऽसो योगमात्मनः यत्रो परमते चित्तं निरुद्धं योगसेवया यत्र चैवात्मनात्मानं पश्यन्नात्मनि सुखमात्यन्तिकं यत्तद् बुद्धिग्राह्यमतीन्द्रियं वेत्ति यत्र न चैवायं स्थिरश्चलति तत्त्वतः लब्ध्वा चापरं लाभं मन्यते नाधिकं ततः यस्मिन् स्थितो न दुःखेन गुरुणापि विचाल्यते तद्विद्यात् दुःखसंयोग वियोगयोगसंज्ञितं स निश्चयेन योक्तव्यः योगो निर्विण्णचेतसा संकल्पप्रभवान् कामान् त्यक्त्वा सर्वान् शेषतः मनसैवेन्द्रियं ग्रामं विनियम्य समन्ततः शनैः शनैरुपरमे बुद्ध्या धृतिगृहीतया आत्मसंस्थं मनः कृत्वा न किञ्चिदपि चिन्तयेत् यतो यतो निश्चरति मनश्चञ्चलमस्थिरं ततो ततो नियम्यैतद् आत्मन्येव वशं नयेत् प्रशान्तमनसं ह्येनं योगिनं सुखमुत्तमम् उपैति शान्तरजसं ब्रह्मभूतमकल्मषं युञ्जन्नेवं सदात्मानं योगी विगतकल्मषः सुखेन ब्रह्मसंस्पर्शम् अत्यन्तं सुखमुष्णुते सर्वभूतस्थमात्मानं सर्वभूतानि चात्मनि ईक्षते योगयुक्तात्मा सर्वत्र समदर्शनः यो मां पश्यति सर्वत्र सर्वं च मयि पश्यति तस्याहं न प्रणश्यामि स च मे न प्रणश्यति सर्वभूतस्थितो यो मां भजत्येकत्वमास्थितः सर्वथा वर्तमानोऽपि स योगी मयि वर्तते आत्मौपम्येन सर्वत्र समं पश्यति योऽर्जुन
सुखं वा यदि वा दुःखं स योगी परमो मतः।
अर्जुन उवाच योऽयं योगस्त्वया प्रोक्तः साम्येन मधुसूदन एकस्याहं न पश्यामि चञ्चलत्वां स्थितिं स्थिरं चञ्चलं हि मनः कृष्ण प्रमाधिबलवदृढं तस्याहं निग्रहं मन्ये वायोरिव सुदुष्करम् श्रीभगवानुवाच असंशयं महाबाहो मनो दुर्निग्रहञ्चलम् अभ्यासेन तु कौन्तेय वैराग्येण च गृह्यते असंयतात्मना योगः दुष्प्राप इति मे मतिः वश्यात्मना तु यतता शक्यो वाप्तुमुपायतः वाच अयति श्रद्धयोपेतः योगाच्चलितमानसः अप्राप्य योगसंसिद्धिं कां गतिं कृष्ण गच्छति कच्चिन्नो वयविभ्रष्टः छिन्नाभ्रमिव नश्यति अप्रतिष्ठो महाबाहो विमूढो ब्रह्मणः पतिः एतन्मे संशयं कृष्ण छेत्तुमर्हस्य शेषतः त्वदन्यः संशयस्यास्य छेत्ता न ह्युपपद्यते। श्रीभगवानुवाच पार्थ नैवैह नामुत्र विनाशस्तस्य विद्यते न हि कल्याणकृत् कश्चित् दुर्गतिं तात गच्छति प्राप्य पुण्यकृतान् लोकान् उषित्वा शाश्वती समाः शुचीनां श्रीमतां ये योगभ्रष्टोऽभिजायते अथवा योगिनामेव कुले भवति धीमताम् एतद्धि दुर्लभतरं लोके जन्म यदृशम् तत्र तं बुद्धिसंयोगं लभते पौर्वदेहिकं यतते च ततो भूयः संसिद्धौ गुरुनन्दन पूर्वाभ्यासेन तेनैव क्रियते ह्यवशोऽपि सः जिज्ञासुरपि योगस्य शब्दब्रह्मादि वर्तते प्रयत्नाद्यतमानस्तु योगी संशुद्धकिल्बिषः अनेकजन्म संसिद्धः ततो याति परां गतिं तपस्विभ्योऽधिको योगी ज्ञानिभ्योऽपि मतोऽधिकः कर्मिभ्यश्चाधिको योगी तस्माद्योगी भवार्जुन योगिनामपि सर्वेषां मद्गतेनान्तरात्मना श्रद्धावान् भजते यो मां समे युक्ततमो मतः। So 2 chapters we chanted. We should chant. Only when we chant, mind becomes calm. We are alert in the class. We are cut off from everything else and we are aligned to it. So it's a good thing to chant. At least 15-20 shlokas when we chant, immediately that integration of complete self to the class comes. Apart from that, the words become familiar. Meanings can get a little, you can rehearse them, you can revise the meanings if you are able to understand those words and connect it. Okay, right. So in the 6th chapter, Bhagavan very clearly started that he gave the seeding in the 5th chapter, the 3rd last shloka, and said that dana is something which is necessary. integration of the mind is a very important aspect, because this mind is an instrument. Without that being completely integrated, no jnanam or nothing else ahead can go. So as usual, he starts with karma yoga, okay, and the first few verses are referring to Bhagiranga sadhana, which are what should our pravritti be, how should we lead a life throughout the day, so that it is a preparation or it's a conducive mind when we sit for dhyana. All this rubbish does not come out, because there is no rubbish inside. Whatever inside can only come out. Whatever is recorded only can play again. Right? So if it is recorded when we are in the waking state, in the sleep it will get played again, which is a dream. Or in Dhyanam when it is played again, then it is memory. And if there are problems which are coming from the memory of past failures, future anxieties, current excitements, then Dhyanam cannot happen. So it is very important to culture this instrument called the mind, and for which this Dhyana Yoga is there. And the step to go to Dhyana Yoga is Bahiranga Sadhanani, which are the couple of shlokas which is telling up to at least 6 or 7, and they are all related to Bahiranga Sadhana. And if this Bahiranga Sadhanani throughout the day, throughout our life, if we do, the mind is automatically less disturbed, and when you get into Dhyana, it will be focusing on Dhyana Vishaya and not getting wavered from our future or past. Anashrita karma phalam karyam karma karoti yaha sa sannyasi cha yogi cha na niragner na chakriyah. He first clarifies who is a yogi and who is a sannyasi. A yogi is a karma yogi who is no other than a sannyasi, because sannyasta manasaha iti sannyasi natu ashrama grihita sannyasa. Correct? Yam sannyasam iti prahu, that person who is called a sannyasi, yogantam viddhi pandava. Okay, understand, the same person who is karma yogi is also called a sannyasi. Hey Dhananjaya, hey Pandava, you understand that Nahya sanyasta sankalpaha yogo bhavati kaschana. Indeed, if he has some asanyasta sankalpaha, how will he even become a yogi? What is asanyasta sankalpaha? Fancies. If he has got various desires and fancies, not completely a karma yogi type of a mind, which is Ishwararpana buddhi and prasada bhavana, then he will be connected to fancies. He or she will be connected to fancies. If a person is already connected to fancies, how is even karma yoga possible? So if a person is genuinely doing a karma yoga, he has to be a mental sannyasta person. Then only at least at that time, karma yoga otherwise will not happen. So very clearly integrated mind with body and the words, manasa vacha karmana, well integrated, body mind complex, perfectly aligned, and into that doing that karma, then he is anyway a sannyasta. He doesn't matter if he is sitting and doing dhyanam, but he is completely mentally engrossed in it, so he is a sannyasi. Right? Then he says, a very important aspect which we stopped last time is Aruksho Mune Yogam Karma Karana Uchyate Yoga Rudasya Tasyaiva Shamah Karana Uchyate. So, this I will explain because I just took it in the last class very briefly. Whenever you want to do something, there are always certain preliminaries which you have to complete. Please understand this. Preparation is a very, very important aspect. So, as you want to get into something, you prepare for it. As you want to go out of it, also you prepare for it. If you want a job, you prepare, you make your CV, then you apply, then you go for the interview. All that happens, and finally, when you get the letter and the first day when you attend, then you have got the job. So there is a lot of preparation. Same way when you want to leave the job, you can't suddenly say from tomorrow I am not coming. Although many people do it today, but that is not the right way which is prescribed. Even in offices you have 1 month of notice, you just give a resignation letter, it needs to be accepted, there may be a discussion on it, and then they will try to find out if they can retain you. After all that, if there is a decision, then you have to still sometimes serve for 1 month, 3 months, whatever, or forego that money and hand it over to someone so that continuity of the business is there. Okay? And this is where a responsibility comes in an individual, that you can't suddenly come into something and suddenly go out. That is called a fanciful mind. There has to be a preparation, there has to be a planning, there has to be. Now, when you do such a thing, for example, when I write an exam and I get the result, only I write an exam, I know that I have passed, which I have got a minimum criteria of 30 or 35% or 50%, and then I have promoted to the next class. Till that I do not know. So there has to be an indicator that this preparatory is over or this particular karma is over and now I am moving to the next one. That has to be known. So two things are necessary. One is preparation, where you want to reach. Second is, how do I know my preparation is complete? So I need to know both. Okay. So he says, Arukshor Puner Yogam Karma Karanam Uchyate. If one has to enter, here the word Yogam, please look at it. What is the word used? See? Okay, go to the previous shloka. Just to make you all little sensitive about it, bringing back again. First shloka. Anashrita karma phalam karyam karma karoti yaha sasanyasi cha yogi cha. What is the meaning of yogi? Karma yogi. Yam sanyasamiti prahu yogam tad vidhi pandava. What is the meaning of yogam? Karma yoga. Nahya sanyasta sankalpo yogi bhavati kaschana. Meaning of yogi? Karma yogi. Correct? Nahya sanyasta sankalpaha. How will he even become a karma yogi? So here yogi means karma yogi. So right, first shloka yogi is karma yogi. Second shloka yogam is karma yogam. Second part of the second shloka yogi is karma yogi. Correct? Now come to the third shloka. Arurukshor muner yogam karma karanam uchyate yoga rudhasya tasyaiva shamah karanam uchyate. Arurukshor muner yogam. What is the meaning of yoga? Dhyana yoga or jnana yoga is the meaning here. Either of it, whichever you want, you take, doesn't matter. Here we are differentiating between karma and dhyana and jnana together. Because the chapter is related to dhyana yoga, you say dhyana yoga. Otherwise it is jnana and karma. So you put, for this context, dhyana or jnana doesn't matter. But you have to differentiate that this yogam is not karma yogam as it is told. So this word yogam gets joined. What is the meaning of yogam? Yuj dhatu, to join, and that word yogam gets joined based on the context. Clear? There is a contextual meaning very clearly. Because if we put, suppose let us put the meaning, Arurukshor puner yogam karma karanam uchyate. Okay. Arurukshaha munehe. What is munehe? Muni. What is Muni? Who is a Muni? Who is a Muni? Maunena Munihi, Mananena Munihi. Whichever way you take it doesn't matter. one who has completely got the mind fully under control is Muni. Correct? So this person, Arurukshoho, to enter that Muni's yogam, to enter that Muni's yogam, what is that? Dhyana yoga here. If a person has to enter Dhyana yogam, karma karanam iti uchyate. What is the karanam for it? The reason how he can enter or after which he can enter is karma karanam. That means karma yoga. Okay. Or Arurukshoho Mune. See, another way. Now this is not, suddenly it comes to my mind. There is no wrong in breaking it like that. Suppose you break it like this. Arurukshoho Munehe. Break it here. Yogam karma karanam uchyate. Yogam karma is karma yoga. Are you able to get this? What does meaning of yogam go? It joins karma now here. If you break it like this, Arurukshaha, if a person has to enter Munehe, a Muni or a Mauni or a Dhyani, Karma Yogam Karanam Uchyate. Nothing wrong in breaking it like that. Like that also you can break. Or Muner Yogam, if you say, it is Dhyana Yogam, Karma iti Karanam Uchyate. The beauty that Sanskrit gives you an ability to break the way you want without distorting the meaning. If you break it at Mune, put the Yogam with Karma, it becomes Karma Yoga. If you join with Muner Yogam, it becomes Dhyana Yoga. Where you join the Yogam, it takes the meaning there. Okay, correct? Karma Karanam Uchyate. Now, Yoga Arudhasya Tasya. If a person has to excel and grow in that, be in that yoga, which yoga? Which yoga now? Dhyana yoga. If a person has to be and excel and revel in Dhyana yoga, what is the requirement for it? Shamah karanam uchyate. Mind has to be well integrated. Integration of the mind, calmness of the mind, stability of the mind, balanced mind, equanimous mind is a very, very, very important aspect if you want to go ahead in Dhyana yoga. What does it tell? There are many people, I am sure you all have faced this, many people will come and say, I want to join yoga. For what? I want to do meditation. I want to do meditation. Do you even know what is meditation and what is required for meditation? Because the idea for those people is simply sitting in a place and closing the eyes is meditation. So it is not by a choice the person comes and says that I want this. If you want to come to meditation, you take it as Patanjali or you take it as Vyasacharya or Krishna. Atha yoga anushasanam, it starts, and then Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Anantaram, Dhyanam. Tadanantaram Samadhi eva. Natu, start with Dhyanam and end with Yama Niyama. Ganga ulta nahi beh sakti hai. Because you grow from gross to subtle. The gross is Yama Niyama, which we understand. Correct? That is why he said Atha Yoga Anushasanam. That is why in all our philosophy it starts, the first word is Atha. Kimartham, after what? Atha, now. When you say now, now has a time, that means there was something before that. Correct? That needs to be known. Otherwise, why should you say now I am going to tell that? That means previously he was telling something and he says now I am going to tell that. So when you say now, Athato Brahma Jijnasa, That is how Brahma Sutra starts. Athato Brahma Jijnasa. Athato Dharma Jijnasa. Mimamsa starts that way. So, Atha word has a very big significance. And if you would have heard properly the right people talking about it, they can spend 7-8 hours only in Atha word, giving the explanation of Atha. Atha Mangalavachakam, Atha, so many meanings Atha will have. Mangalartha. Atha, after what? That means there is a qualification. It's like when you say, what are you doing? Now I have gone to IIT. When you say, now I have gone to IIT, it means that before going to IIT, I have done so many things to go to IIT. Now I am working means what? I have already done all these things. Then there is a question will come, what have you done? Correct? That's a very logical question. Hence, the moment you say that now this is going to be done, that means it presupposes you have to do a lot of things, or few things at least before that, which is a entry requirement qualification to come here. Okay, and that is why in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna did not start Atma Samyama Yoga or Dhyana Yoga in chapter 2. He completed fully Karma Yoga, Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and now he comes to Atma Samyama Yoga. So without Karma Yoga, Dhyana Yoga is impossible. Karmananantaram upasita, upasananantaram jnana praptavyam. That sequence has to be built. So suddenly going and saying, I want to do pranayam, I want to do meditation, I want to do this, I can't even sit. I can't even sit. My problem is for a minute I can't sit. This pains, that pains, ये दुख रहा है, वो दुख रहा है. तुम क्या कर सकते हो? पहला बैठना सीखो. That is why asanam, sit, learn to sit. Chair में बैठो, किधर भी बैठो, but sit, be stable. That mind should be out of that chanchalata. Then you can start concentrating. And hence, very clearly, he says, for coming into dhyana, what is the prerequisite? Karma yoga. And where has that been told? Right from 2nd chapter onwards up to end of 5th chapter, Karma yoga is only being told. Okay, now come to upasana. Right. Once you have come to upasana, then what is the requirement there? What will take you ahead? Shama. So now we are referring to entering dhyanam as a milestone for which karma yoga is a prerequisite, and once you reach here, you have to change. You cannot say, I have been successful because of this so many years and hence I have come to this, I will continue to do this. Because the requirement now, having come here, is a different requirement and hence it has to change. What was earlier a Bahiranga sadhana will move to Antaranga sadhana. You cannot have the same antenna which you are going outside, the same thing you can use here. No, it will not work. Antarmukha samaradhya bahirmukha suturlabha. Where does it come? So antarmukha samaradhya, automatically bahirmukha sadurlabha. He is no more interested in it. He is no more interested. When you say no more interested, it is not the person has got aversion to it. No. The person hates it. No. He is no more interested in it. He is matured from that perspective. A matured person will neither have a liking nor have a disliking, will be just sakshi with whatever is there at that time. He is a matured. That is a vairagya. Right? Matured. So the likes and dislikes are matured. They are all becoming now preferences and not a must. You understand there is a difference between preference and must. The moment you say it's a preference, even if it is there, I will surely like it and enjoy. Even if it is not there, I will not cry and murmur about it. But if you say it's a must, then without it, I am miserable. Or other way around also, it's a must, you go for hate. With it, I am miserable. Whichever way you put it, they are extreme likes and dislikes. That means that mind का त्रास, ये साइड भी नहीं होना चाहिए, ये साइड भी नहीं, काटा बीच में रह के, it has to be balanced. Situation will imbalance it, but immediately it is your ability to quickly balance it back. That is what Swamiji always says, from what to so what. The moment you hear something, you ask, what? Who? So what? That is possible. Okay, you have to learn to quickly balance and get back, and that is what is required in Shamah Karanam Uchyate. Is it clear? Okay, so Arukshor Munel Yogam Dharma Karanam Uchyate Yoga Rudhasya Tasyaiva Shamah Karanam Uchyate. Okay, now he gives a very clear how do you know? How do you know? See, this is what we said now. This particular, the inflection point, यहाँ से change हो रहा है. Like आप गाड़ी चलाते रहते हो, you have to take a turn at 2.3 kilometers to the right. That means there are 2 roads coming here or 4 roads coming here. Or if it's a circle, it will say take the 4th lane to the left. How do you know where to head? There is a GPS, it is very clear, it is showing you how to go. You are very clear. And you don't see the GPS at that place when you come. You are tracking it as you are coming, mentally being prepared that I need to take the second left, and accordingly you give the signal and you move your... So there is a lot of work happening at that time. Suppose you come to the middle of the road and say, now let me look at the GPS. Left jao, right jao, aage jao, piche jao. What is going to happen? Will be a mess. Now give insights. If I know the path, I should know the indicators of the path. If I don't know the indicators, how will I even understand that I have reached where I have to take a turn? I have yet to go further. How do I know that? And that is what the next shloka is very clearly telling. Start it. Okay. Start it again. बंद हो गया. कोई कॉल आया रहेगा. Started. Okay. So, how do we know this? So let us see in the next shloka. Yada hinendriyartheshu karma na karmasvanusajjate sarva sankalpa sannyasi yogarudhastadochyate. Last time also everything stopped. I think there is a connectivity issue here, especially after the YouTube starts. Anyway, something has come. Okay. Yada hi na indriya artheshu na karmasu anushajyate. Yada hi na indriya artheshu na karmasu Anushajjate. Karmasva anushajjate is broken as karmasu anushajjate. Sarva sankalpa sannyasi. One word. It's a samasta word. Samasta padam. Yogarudhaha tada uchyate. Okay. Yada hi na indriya artheshu na karmasu anushajjate. Sarva sankalpa sannyasi yogarudhaha tada uchyate. Okay. Sarva sankalpa sannyasi. What is the sarva sankalpa sannyasi? Sarva sankalpa sannyasi. Which are the, what is sankalpa? Wish. Resolution. Okay, in meetings you have resolution. I pass this resolution. Resolution is an objective. I am going to take. That is why you take a sankalpa. Mamo partha samasta durita kshayadvara Shri Parameshwara Prityartham. You take a sankalpa. Before doing any karma, you are taking a sankalpa. That sankalpa says what you are doing, where you are doing, when you are doing, for what you are doing, what benefit you want, who is the beneficiary of that benefit. Because sometimes you can do something for someone else. Okay, so it will be that that person is the beneficiary for what you are doing. So all that sankalpa has very clearly, as you say, goals. Goals have to be smart, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time-based. Smart, correct? Every goal has to have all this, otherwise it's anything left, it is not a proper goal. It is not properly defined. So this sankalpa has got a smart, it's a smart goal. My resolution, what I will do. Okay. So sarva sankalpa sannyasi. Sankalpa is a resolution. Resolution comes out of what? Why do you take any that resolution? Why do you take a resolution? To achieve. The achievement drive comes due to what? Desire. Here, so the desire prompts you to take a sankalpa. That sankalpa pushes you to do certain karma. That karma will give you some karma phala. That karma phala you will compare it with your resolution, and thereby you decide whether you are successful, failure, or areas of improvement. Correct? It's a complete cycle, and this is how we keep on getting into this cycle. Now the moment you know if there is a sankalpa, it is based on what? A desire. So the reason for a sankalpa is a desire. So go to the first line now. Yada hi na indriya artheshu. Yada hi, indeed, in case, indeed, indriya artheshu. What is indriya and artheshu? Indriya is jnanendriyani karmendriyani cha. Artha is jnana vastu, karma vastu, both objects. Okay, and the indriyas. Karya karana sangata is happening now. Through that only a desire gets prompted. Okay, now he says this Karya Karana Sangata, my indriyas are going to the Vishaya. That Vishaya is prompting something called the karma, and that karma is making me do a sankalpa, and I do the karma to satisfy this particular desire of mine, and I am either happy or sad. That leads to the next sankalpa. Correct? So this cycle, Indriya Artheshu Karmasu. The karma prompted because of my indriya going to the Vishaya and having a desire to connect with that particular Vishaya. If I go and walk, you can take standard that example or even Gaurav example. When you walk, suddenly which smell is coming. Then you see Gaurav is in front. Then you can see something being cooked there. Then suddenly you remember that you have not had anything for 5 hours. So which भूख तो था नहीं, लेकिन वो टाइम पे जागृत हो गया भूख, राइट? सो इंद्रिय अर्थेषु कर्मसु संकल्पः अहम कर्म करोमि तथा. Clear? Now with that you say, then you will justify to others, मैं एक्चुअली चक्कर आके गिरने वाली थी, इतना भूख था मालूम ही नहीं पड़ा. I had something, some energy I got. कुछ नहीं, इंद्रिय अर्थेषु गया and then this became weak and it fell a prey to it. Correct? So this indriya artheshu karmasu anushajyate. If one does not, there is a na in before that now. Yada hi nendriya artheshu. Okay, if you forget that na, then the whole meaning has changed other way around. Okay, then it is our justification. Good that Gaurav was there, otherwise I would not have reached home at all. चक्कर आके मैं उधर ही गिरते थे, एम्बुलेंस में मिलता था. ठीक है, ऐसा है. सो यदा हि नेन्द्रियार्थेषु कर्मसु अनुषज्यते. What is अनुषज्यते? One is interested. That means that desire gets prompted. That desire is getting prompted. चोदनार्थम, it just pushes you. वो अंदर से ना एक चाबी देता है. देख उधर चल रहा है, स्वीट बंगाल का सामने गया तो देखो उधर मिष्टी दोई सब रखा है, सामने से देखो. On one side that diabetes will say I am sitting here, hello I am there, रहने दो. The other side that medicine will say I am also there. दो मेडिसिन खाने का, मिष्टी दोई खाने का. करेक्ट? यदा हि नेन्द्रियार्थेषु कर्मसु अनुषज्यते न, that sarva sankalpa sannyasi. Which sarva sankalpa sannyasi? In every sankalpa which is prompted because of indriya artheshu karmasu anushajyate, that sarva sankalpa sannyasi, who has given up all such desire prompted activities, mentally, physically. Are you getting it? Okay. Now, what is he giving? What was the previous shloka? What is the previous shloka? Now we are going to give you the context and build on to this one. What is the previous shloka talking of? No. First one is Karma Yoga will only lead to Dhyana Yoga. Once you are in Dhyana Yoga, then Shama is the only one which will take you ahead. Okay. Now, how do you know I have reached Dhyana Yoga is the question. For which the answer is in this shloka. Yada सह सर्व संकल्प सन्यासी तमेव यदा हि न इंद्रिय अर्थेषु कर्मसु अनुषज्यते तदा योग आरूढ़ः स उच्यते. That person in karma yoga is not getting prompted because of desires generated by interaction between his indriyas and the Vishaya and does not disturb his mind at all times, that person is ready for moving ahead very high onto the yoga. Which yoga? Jnana yoga rudhastadocyate. Is it clear? Is it clear now? Okay. Now very, very specifically say, that means what is this important aspect which one knows that by this karma yoga has come to a maturity? What is that important aspect by which one knows that karma yoga has now actually come to a maturity? Tell me. In one word you should give answer.
Don't get better.
One word. Vairagyam paripurna vairagyameva shamah karanam uchyate. That paripurna vairagyam, now this paripurna vairagyam first has to be understood. It is not aversion or running away. Not like Arjuna, he said, I will run away from the war. That is not vairagya. Nay, some people are there, there are certain Swamijis. They will say, you keep the money here, I don't touch money with the hand. I will take it only by the plate. हाथ में रहेगा तो एक दो ही मिलेगा, प्लेट से तो पूरा मिल जाएगा. So I don't touch money. इधर रख दो. That is not vairagya. Vairagya is इतना सब रहेगा तो भी मुझे वो कहा. See, you look at that child when you go to meet that first 10-day-old or 1-month-old child and you give a 100-rupee note or a 500-rupee note, that child has got parama vairagya. It is that mother who is dhak 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 dhak, अरे बच्चा वो खराब कर देगा तो मम्मी का टेंशन है. धीरे धीरे yes बोल के बच्चे का हाथ से निकाल देगी. हाँ, somehow she will try to remove it out. है कि नहीं? हाँ, तो ये नाटक दिखता है. अभी वो बच्चा क्या है? Vairagya doesn't know, ignorant है. But that is the state of mind which is expected even by a knowledgeable person who is matured in it. कि भाई कितना भी होएगा तो मुझे उससे कुछ, because this is too small and objective as a sankalpa for me in my whole scheme of what I am thinking. Correct? Suppose you go and say to the Prime Minister, Sir, can you please become our society ka chairman? What? He will say yes. He will not say no also. He will, okay, we will see. And he will तुमको भगा देगा. क्या बोलेगा वो? He is looking at the world and internationally everything and the country. तुम तुम्हारा society का chairman बोलते हो, वो पूरा दुनिया का chairman है. Country का chairman है वो. That once you go to a level like that, this becomes tuchha. You yourself will leave it. Like playing with marbles, playing with balloons, playing all those pranks, not giving that बचपन में जो टॉयज हम छोड़ते नहीं थे, अभी आराम से टूटा तो भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. That maturity is what is being told. And once a person is matured, then what happens? Urvarukami babandhanat. That example is a perfect example. You know this Urvarukam. What is Urvarukam? Anyone knows what is Urvarukam? Which cucumber? That yellow one. The yellow one. If you take one, it will be more than about 300 to 500 grams or even more than that based on the size. छोटा नहीं है वो, वजन है वो. अच्छा, where is it grown? You look at the tree where it is grown. It will never be hanging like this. It is nearly on the ground with a creeper. It is just connected to the creeper. When it is raw, you look at the joining of this cucumber with the main creeper. It is very tight. Suddenly, as it matures and it has become ripe, this joint dries off. And without a pain to the cucumber as well as the tree, it will just break by itself. That is called Urvarukamiva Bandhanat. Like the Urvarukam, the way it breaks, after maturity, it just like that. If you are mature in desires, Vairagyam is Paripurna. You don't need a certificate. So and so are Mr. Vairagi. Is there a surname called Vairagi? Sunai kabhi? Upadhyaya surname can be there. Vajpayee is there. All that are surname. Vairagi. Some Swami may be putting some name. So and so Vairagi, Akhada. That they could put. They have adopted a particular surname. But that is the quality which should come by practice of the sadhana, where in karma yoga, Ishwararpana buddhi and what is the other one? Prasada bhavana will bring this vairagya to such a level that once it is matured, then you are no more interested in all the bahirmukha. Automatically, like Urvaruka Viva Bandhana, it has turned 180 degrees to Antarmukha Samaradhya. Is it clear? That natural process should happen, and one should become aware of this. That means you should aim and every time check. What is my Vairagya meter telling? You should have a Vairagya meter for yourself. आज काटा किधर है, कैसा है? Because it will keep moving up. One day it will be very high, other day it will come suddenly minus. All these are possible. And like that you have to keep on, because then you are doing a self-analysis and course correction. How much ever someone says here, it will not work. How much ever a guru says, it will not work. How much ever, it is only when you decide for yourself, this particular thing can come. There are people who will be telling in the name of Karma Yoga, doing Janma after Janma that Karma Yoga, but still Vairagya will not come. That is again useless. Why? You know what is the reason? What could be the reason that a person is actually doing Karma Yoga, you see, but Vairagya is not coming? What desire?
Attachment to karma phala, because they are attached to the karma phala.
Then they are doing Karma Yoga. That is not Karma Yoga. Na? I am saying someone who is doing Karma Yoga. For example, just imagine someone who is continuously supporting cancer patients, Tata में, maybe a doctor, maybe a social worker. सुबह 6 बजे उधर जाते हैं, रात को 10 बजे तक उधर ही काम करते हैं, सब कुछ वापस आएंगे, सोएंगे. Everything, full life is there. Throughout their life they have done that. Still Vairagya is not come.
So Nididhyasana is not done.
Huh?
Nididhyasana.
Where is Nididhyasana? Jnanam itself is not there. Where is Nididhyasana?
More attachment.
To what?
Their job.
Now you understand, in the name of Karma Yoga, they converted the Karma Yoga to Kamya Karma. The problem is there. You get attached so much to the social service, what you are doing, that it has become your Kamya Karma. Either if I don't do it, what else I will do? I got used to doing it. Or I am doing it for a particular fame maybe, or I am going to do it to give me that internal satisfaction maybe. Something is there which is converting that into a Kamya Karma. Okay, continue. So that is just converting into Kamya Karma. So without they knowing, because their Sankalpa was to do service to the society. But the problem is that Sankalpa to do service to the society was not something like a Ashrama Sankalpa. What is an Ashrama? That I will get into this for achieving this, and once I have achieved this, I will come out of it. Many a times we get into it because we get into it now. But I don't know how to come out of it. I don't know how do I mature in that After some time, that itself becomes a big problem. अच्छा आज सुबह भी अच्छा ये कॉल आया क्या ठीक है मैं आता हूँ हाँ then there is no more social service. It is gradually pulling yourself. समझ में आ रहा है? So the topic can be social service, but the attitude is not karma yoga, because karma yoga has to have an attitude. Why am I doing it? When do I come out of it? That is very essential. Okay. You ask many people, they will say, I just want to be doing my duty and die. Huh? For what? अगला जन्म में वापस यही करने को. I'm duty bound. Duty for what? Duty is karma yoga to get into antarmukha samaradhya. For that, it has to go to the next level. Okay? Like if a fruit is coming in a tree, why is that fruit coming? If there is a fruit coming to a tree, why is that fruit coming? And why is the fruit coming itself? There is a sankalpa the tree has for the fruit to come. Why? Why does a tree get a flower?
Seed is coming.
Exactly, propagating. Why it needs the fruit? For the next tree to come. Correct? It has a purpose. That is why once that is matured, it will fall. The tree will not hold it. It will fall. And where it falls, the next tree will come. There is a sankalpa for the tree, right? Same way, when we get into something, there has to be a sankalpa of why I am doing it, how long I will do it, when I will get, okay, you may delay that sankalpa and all is fine, but you should be aware of it, you cannot forget it. मैं अंदर आया क्यों आया मालूम नहीं, किसके लिए क्या है मालूम नहीं. Because most of the time we just do that. There are people at the age of 95, they will say, I don't know what is my purpose of life. Huh? 95 years हो गया, अंगम गलितम पतितम मुंडम दशन विहीनम जातम तुंडम वृद्धो याति गृहीत्वा दंडम तदपि न मुंचति आशा पिंडम. Is that the reason you come to this life? At the age of 95, I don't know why am I living. What did I do? I don't know. The same like any animal then. That you have lost time. Precious time of human life is lost. So a clear objective needs to be there when we are doing. How I will do it? What are my yardsticks and measurements internally, not for telling others. How am I going there? How am I performing as per that? When do I stop it and turn? What is the next stage I have to go? Has to be clear. When you start climbing a staircase without an objective to which floor you want to go, do you simply start climbing the staircase? Tell me. I want to go to the 5th floor. Then you start somewhere, right? So without an objective, चलो let us go. किधर तो भी कोई घर आएगा. ऐसा तो नहीं होता है ना? Then how can it be in karma? How can it be in dhyana? How can it be in jnana? In everything, there is a start, there is an end, there is a step next after that. The next step at least has to be clear when you enter this. Then you will know when you have to stop this, when you have to move to the next step, and then you will get to know what are the measurements and indicators internally which will tell you have already passed this or matured this. That has to be there. Then you can decide whether it is time bound, not time bound. Okay, this is my Panchavarshiya, Panchajanmiya Yojana, no problem. In 5 Janmas I will complete. That is not a problem. But at least you should know in this Janma I complete Karma Yoga. Okay, at least next Janma I should now not get back to Karma. So I have to move to that. By the end of this life I have to at least come there. That progression needs to be. And that is what he says very clearly. How do you know Sarva Sanyasta Sankalpa? Sorry, Sarva Sankalpa Sanyasi Yoga Rudas Tadochyate. Is it clear? Okay. Now he actually ends in the next 2 shlokas that topic. And a very important shloka, which is Uddharedatmanatmanam Natmanam avasadayet Atmaiva hyatmano bandhuhu Atmaiva ripuratmanaha. Okay. Uddharet atmana atmanam. Uddharet atmana atmanam na atmanam avasadaye. Atma eva hi atmanaha bandhuhu atma eva ripuhu atmana. How many atmas are from this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 atmas only here in this one shloka. One shloka mein 7 atma is coming. Uddharet atmana atmanam na atmanam avasadayet atma eva hi atmanah bandhuhu atma eva ripuhu atmanah. Okay, is it clear? Let us see what is the Anvaya. Atmana atmanam uddhare. First line. Atmana atmanam uddhare. Atmanam na avasadaye. You can even write Atmana atmanam na avasadaye. That is also correct. Atma eva hi atmanah bandhuhu. Atma eva atmanah ripuhu. Anyone wants this to be told again? Otherwise, I will go ahead. Okay. Go ahead. What he says. Little grammar is required. Then you will enjoy it. Atmana. Tritiya ekavachanam of Atman Shabda. Atma, Atmano, Atmana. Atmanam, Atmano, Atmana, Atmana. Tritiya ekavachanam. Atmanam. Dvitiya ekavachanam of Atma Shabda. Okay. Atma. Prathama ekavachanam of Atman Shabda. So, 3 things are coming here. Prathama ekavachanam, Dvitiya ekavachanam, Tritiya ekavachanam. These 3 are only coming and nothing else is coming. Now, Atmanaha is also coming. Dvitiya bahuvachanam. That is okay. Okay. Right? Now, what is Prathama ekavachanam of Atma? It doesn't have any prefix. Atma, just Atma. What is Dvitiya ekavachanam of Atma? To Atma. What is Tritiya ekavachanam of Atma? To with Atma. With Atma, to Atma, Atma. 3 things you remember. Now we have to apply. Uddharet Atmanaha, Atmana Atmanam Uddharet. Atmana with Atma, Atmanam to Atma, Uddharet, uplift. With Atma to Atma, uplift. Uplift your Atma with Atma. Is the meaning. Do you understand this? Uplift your Atma with Atma. Next. Atmanam na avasadaye. Again, that Atmana Atmanam na avasadayet is correct. You can put it in bracket, you add Atmana, it is correct. That means what? With Atma, do not degrade Atma. Uplift is Uddare. What do you call opposite of uplift? Downlift? No, down throw. Degrade. Correct? So, with Atma, do not degrade Atma. So, uplift Atma with Atma. With Atma, do not degrade Atma. Is it clear? Word meaning. First understand word meaning, then only you will understand everything else. Okay. Then, Atma eva hi Atmano bandhuhu. Atma eva hi Atmanaha bandhuhu. Atma alone is Atma's friend. Atma eva Atmanaha ripuhu. Atma alone is Atma's enemy. What did Krishna tell you? Atma, with Atma, uplift Atma. With Atma, do not degrade or downgrade Atma. Atma alone is Atma's friend. Atma alone is Atma's enemy. That is what the shloka is. Meaning is clear? Then we can go to the next shloka. Meaning is clear, na? I think everyone in the online class are very enjoying with coffee now. किसी का वीडियो भी चालू नहीं है. All are thoroughly enjoying. Meaning है कि anyway it's what among the some of the useless shlokas is one of the useless shloka. ये समझ में नहीं आया. जो समझ में नहीं आता उसको उठा के हम पढ़ाई करते हैं तो कोई कोई पोर्शन समझ में नहीं आते तो क्या करते हैं उसको ऑप्शन में जोड़ दो. उसमें ये ऑप्शन वाला है. हाँ थोड़ा एक सीधा दिख रहे हो ना जो ये क्लास में बैठे थोड़ा 180 डिग्री टर्न करके पीछे देखना बोर्ड पे क्या लिखा है. समझ में आ रहा है. यही चीज बताए. द क्रक्स ऑफ द श्लोका इज दिस ओनली. हियर व्हेन यू से आत्मा, व्हाट इज आत्मा? नाउ वी हैव टू डिफाइन आत्मा. ओके. There are how many atmas here? How many set of things where you can say, if you say with atma, uplift atma, does the meaning of both atma be the same? If it is same, there is no need to uplift, right? That means these two atmas, the meaning is different. With one you can uplift the other. Same way with one you do not degrade the other. One is the friend of the other. One itself can be the enemy of other. That means two atmas are there. What are the two atmas? And other is Paramatma.
One is Manas.
One is not right, one is given.
Okay, put the meaning. Put the meaning smaller, and that is what she said, Jivatma and Paramatma. Put the meaning and see whether it fits. Jivatma is friend of Paramatma, Jivatma is enemy, or Paramatma is enemy of you can't. One is uplifting the other, do not downgrade the other.
Manas
And what?
Jiva.
Manas and Jivatma what? I'm listening. Keep saying.
Sir, is it Atma and intellect?
What is Atma? One meaning is intellect. What is the meaning of other Atma?
Atma, as in The seer. Atma, the seer who is observing, who is the witness.
Witness. परमात्मा में आ गया. इधर परमात्मा can you touch? Okay. What is the context? Why is he saying this? सबसे पहला वो उसको पकड़ो. आप किधर वो किस तुम्हें किधर लाना चाहते हैं? Krishna is bringing you to where? For what? What is the chapter going to begin for? The chapter is not begun with the main purpose of this chapter, right? What is the chapter? Atma Sanyama Yoga, Dhyana Yoga. He is bringing you to Dhyana Yoga. So with reference to Dhyana Yoga, it is being told. So there is nothing called Jivatma and Paramatma Yoga. First of all, Jnanam में जीवात्मा परमात्मा है. Okay. Now, previous shloka is talking about what? Correct. What happens in this process where you are giving up desires? How do you overcome giving and come to giving up of desires? Before that, what do you experience? No, Vairagya is a maturity in that, right? When you are immature, you are started in Karma Yoga, what are the experiences you will get? What are the experiences you will get? What is the benefit? Correct. Okay. So Sukha and Dukkha you will experience during yoga. Please understand. Even when you are doing Karma Yoga, suppose you do a social project and you see, okay, I am teaching a child and freely everything fine and that child shines, you will feel happy. That Sukham and Dukkham will come. Okay. If that child shines well, what does it do to you? That Sukham, what does it do to you?
Pride.
If it gives you pride, then it has changed to Kama Karma. It is very clearly I am doing Karma Yoga. That Sukham does something to me. It will give peace to you. Will it only give peace to you?
Happiness, satisfaction.
What does that satisfaction give further?
Desire to do more.
I want to do more. एक को सिखाया, विचार को सिखाओ, उस बच्चे को और ज़्यादा सिखाओ. Perfectly social, I have no attachment to it. But that it is doing good to many, beneficiaries are more. I am not personally attached, it's a preference, but it gives me a kick, it motivates me to do something. Yes or no? Suppose, God forbid, that child is a tougher. Whatever you have tried, the child fails. What it tells you? Forget the child now. Will it motivate you or demotivate you? When it demotivates, what is the next option you will go to? When something demotivates, what are the options you have? That is all. You are all talking as though you all are jnani and vairagis. Be human beings normally. If there is some, tell me how many people in dukkha go to detachment. If detachment is there, dukkha will not come. Then what do you do?
There will be aversion.
Aversion. I will never try even that again. Why? His failure is my failure. I don't want to even try that again. This is not, in nice words we say, this is not my cup of tea. समझ में आ रहा है? And if you have to, someone says try it out, na? And you try again it happens. What will you say?
I'm not paid for it. I'm not paid for it.
Okay. Then why you are not made for it? We are that topic only. We are not changing. It is we are looking at how we analyze our mind. If you do that and again fail, how will you be in peace with that response?
Leave to teach.
No, again I tell continue to teach.
Then you get better at it.
Huh?
Then you get better at it. Teaching.
You will not go. First failure, second time you will try. Second failure, you will be 100 times careful to go to that again even if someone pushes you. Why? What do you accept that time more? Acceptance of failures because of what? Is it because of your effort? Did you put less effort? Huh? No, that all will not come so easily. Be practical. When it is going down, first hit, you take it squarely. Then again you push yourself. Second hit if you have got, you will be very, very careful. Then if third time someone says go again and do it, what is your first resistance to do it? So what do you say? Why that confidence is, my fate is that. मेरा नसीब में नहीं है is what you will put. Think about it. First 2 times your free will worked. Third time the nasib overpowered it. Are you able to understand this? Correct? So, now we are talking of 2 things. Free will and fate.
Free will and
Fate. Please understand this. What is the difference between fate and fatalistic? Just because 7 times Atma has come does not become an important one. It gives a very important aspect. That is why it is an important one. Vyasacharya and Krishna made us to understand through that shloka what is fate and free will. What is fate? What is free will? What is fatalistic? Come on. This needs, because here clarity of the mind will be there. Then only, no, don't forget all the Atma businesses here. This Atma has got nothing to do with that Atma what you are referring to. Free will and fate is an aspect of manas or buddhi. Clear?
yes.
So both the Atmas are manas only first. Now, what is free will? What is Purushartha?
Our effort.
Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, various aspects where I am ready to put an effort to get a result. Here we are not referring to whether you are attached to the result or not attached to the result. Keep that aside. You, first part, even for a Vairagya, Paripurna Vairagya person, there has to be an effort to do certain karma, manasam karma, athava kayikam karma, there has to be an effort. That effort is a part of free will. Correct? What is fate? Fate is the result. Is fate equal to result? You said effort. On one hand, if effort is there, on the other hand, what should come? What is it called in English? Result. Effort, result. I put effort, I get result. Okay. So, if I put effort, I get result. Now, effort and result, when you see, where is the place for something called fate?
So maybe the faith is the setup which you get when you put effort, the setup. You are in this example, the dull child on which you are putting effort. Maybe he's a faith.
How can he be the fate? There you are putting the effort, right? Where is it? How do you connect? Okay, first question. Are you connecting fate with effort or are you connecting fate with result? Effort and result are clear. Keep the fate outside. Purushartha is an effort. I decide. I put an effort. Completely controlled by me. I get a result. Okay. Where does this blessed 4-alphabet word fate sit into this effort and result? Is it sitting in effort? Is it sitting in result? Or is it sitting in both? Okay, I take your point maybe. I'm not saying it is right or wrong. How does it sit? For that, effort should be different than fate, result should be different than fate. If it is sitting in that, means it should be different. How is fate different than effort and result? First, come to that point.
You frequently you do whatever you are doing, it's because of your frequently because your brain gets
Come again.
because of your frequently you go and do whatever you are doing. Okay.
That is fate or that is fatalistic? This is where now it comes to the next topic. Are you saying that everything is preordained? This is only going to happen. भगवान का बिना एक पत्ता भी नहीं हिल रहा है. अगर मैं ये कर्म कर रहा हूँ तो भी ये भगवान ही बोलने का वजह से मैं कर रहा हूँ. That means मैं करता धरता कुछ नहीं हूँ. Are you saying that? Then where is Purushartha? Whichever way you go, we can now, because we have to have that clarity. We put effort, we get result. Where is the place called fate now? When you just think rationally, you will get an answer to it. You know the answer. I am not going to teach you anything new. What is effort? What is effort? I will help you out. Come on. What is effort? What is that effort? What all makes the effort? Okay, instead of going abstract, take any example you want. Simplest of the example. Take any simple example. Basic example you take where everyone will understand what it is. Take coming to the class, listening to the class, going back. Activity. Okay. Is there an effort and is there a result part to it? Clear? What is the effort part in terms of this activity of coming to the class, listening and going? What are the efforts here?
Coming to the
Coming
class.
to the class, listening. What are efforts?
Is that only that much?
Getting in morning early and doing all the work.
No, so before that you have made up something in your mind. I have to attend the class at this time. Biggest first effort. Because based on that the rest of the planning starts. Okay. Now you started working on it, then the next effort is okay at that time. Like we said, Bahiranga, Antaranga is what? You actually start coming to the place. That is another effort. Or at least if it is online, you switch on the computer, that is another effort. Then, what is the biggest effort which you are putting?
Listening.
Attentively listening. Very biggest effort. Among the other effort, this is the worst of the effort, toughest effort. Correct? Without getting diagnosed. Okay. When I say attentively, why I am saying? Because you have questions.
Yes.
If you are not attentive, even questions will not be there. So if you have questions, you are attentive. So you are thinking on it. Then you are getting a question on it. Then you are asking that. Correct? then you are getting some answer to it. And after the class gets over, then you are going back. All these are effort. What is the result? Effort could get clearly defined. Purushartha. Okay. What is the result? Can you define the result?
Getting the jnana,
Getting
getting the jnana, knowledge.
some. Okay. How do you define that knowledge as? I am better informed than what I was when I entered this class. Now, when I entered, I had a set of knowledge. When I am leaving, I have something additional, and that additional is with me, and I can access it and use it whenever I want. I can think on it, I can build on it, and this knowledge is a result. Yes or no? So you know, you have defined the effort, you have defined the result. If these two are correct, where is this third aspect called fate?
So fate is things which are not in our control.
Ah.
It's like my suggestion.
So in the effort, there are things which is beyond my control. In the result, there are things which is beyond my control, because I get the result as a complete summation of my effort plus something unknown is equal to result. Huh? So when you say left hand side, effort is my effort, result equal to my effort plus some unknown thing. It can be God's blessing, it can be Adi Daivika blessing, Adi Bhautika blessing, Adhyatmika blessing, all that together, the end result is I have the knowledge. Now how do you give logic to this unknown thing? By only giving certain possibilities. Suppose I left home and that time a phone call comes that there is an emergency at home, I would have not come to the class. Hence, my effort, what I have done till starting from the house, has been useless because it has not achieved the result. Suppose having come here, if for some reason say, पेट खराब हो गया 4 बार, I had to go to the washroom, my mindset will not be into hearing whatever you say 4 times. I will in fact be feeling guilty that I am disturbing the class and I will go in between. Okay, so many such things are there. Let us imagine collectively the day we come here, स्कूल में हल्ला मचा हुआ है, हर क्लास में बच्चे लोग हैं, धूम धूम धड़ाम धुड़ुम चालू है सब. Then I just send a message, आज का क्लास cancel. So all your effort, my effort, all efforts gone down the drain. Why? More than the effort, that unknown factor has overtaken the whole thing. Correct? That unknown factor is called fate. That fate is connected always with the result, not with the effort. Not with the effort. What does the doubt tell?
So, but then only if it is there in the fate, only we need to test.
That fate is a part of result. When you, how do you know it is in your fate and it is not in your fate? Only when the result comes out. When I am putting the effort is in my control. Result is not in my control. Why result is not in my control? Because result has a component of my effort plus something which I don't control called the fate. Correct? So only the result can determine whether it was in your fate or not in your fate. Whatever was there is already predetermined, let us assume, but I don't know it. Because I don't know it and I want to change a result the way I want it, I am putting an effort. If everything is predetermined, then I simply sit at home at morning 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, after 9:30 automatically class should start, everything should start, the knowledge should come in me. No? If fate is there, can fate work without an effort? Never it can work. Are you able to get this? That working of fate, irrespective of my effort, is called fatalistic. When you say fate is a component in the result, then I say I have effort, then there is a fate. Fate plus effort equal to result. When I say fate is the only component in my result, then it is fatalistic. That means don't have effort. If I am putting an effort, that is also because of my fate I am putting the effort. Huh? That means nothing is in my control. That means there is nothing called as a law in this universe. Huh? अपने आप कुछ चलते जा रहा है. Are you able to get that? That fatalistic approach is never our Vedas or Shastras. It always talks of karma, karma phala. Karma converting to karma phala has got Ishvara prasada. That Ishvara prasada is what we call fate. Are you able to get this? That is why when we talk of karma yoga, Ishwararpana buddhi sahita karma effort, and when it comes to result, prasada bhavana, so that I accept the fate the way it is. Are we able to get this very clearly? Okay. Now, if I am going to tell that my effort will work and fate is uncontrollable by me, I have to give proportion to both. If I say effort is supporting me, that effort is giving me self-confidence to work and to continue the work and to continue in the path where my sankalpa is there. Uddhare atmanam atmanam. My effort is what is giving me the confidence to continue. Natmanam avasadayet. I should not use my fate to degrade it. क्या होगा ये तो होने वाला ही नहीं है. So I don't do at all anything. Atmaiva hi atmano bandhuhu. My effort, my free will is only my bandhu. And if I consider my fate, then that is going to be my biggest enemy in progress. Are you able to get that? So whenever we are talking of karma yoga, dhyana yoga, there is a karma, manasam karma, or every karma will have a karma phala. The karma phala will have an unknown element of Ishvara prasada bhavana, which is going to come as Ishvara kripa is going to be there. That is that fate. If I focus on the fate, then I am degrading myself. Atmaiva ripuratmanaha. Atmanam avasadaye. If I focus on the effort, uddhared atmanatmanam. Atmaiva atmano bandhuhu. So the same thing can work both the ways. Please understand, I myself is the reason for my progress, and I myself is the reason to stifle my progress. Correct? Given a particular knife, the knife can do a good job, the knife can do a bad job. The knife by itself never does a good job or the bad job. It is the user of the knife who decides based on the sankalpa whether it's a good job or bad job. So how can Atma be a Bandhu and the Ripu at the same time? It depends on whether I am focusing my Atma to be a motivator of Purushartha or whether I am looking myself to be a enemy of stifling even my activity. जब फटका गिरता है ना, your basic activity also you stop. When a tough time suddenly comes, हर चीज बोलते हैं ना, जब तकलीफ आती है तो छाछ को भी फूक फूक के पीते हैं. गरम है क्या, गरम है क्या, दैट इज द वे इट इज. हर चीज डाउट में आता है, ये कुछ करेगा तो प्रॉब्लम आएगा, हर चीज. नहीं नहीं, अभी तो मेरा टाइम खराब है ना, मैं खाना खाया तो जुदा भी होएगा. Everything you start correlating to that. Haven't we doing that so many times? When the time is bad, we correlate everything to that. Okay, and this is where we become fatalistic. And this fatalistic approach is no. You have to value fate and take fate as Ishvara Prasada because that is beyond your control. And that is a important aspect of the result. Every result will have your effort, which is 60-70% roughly. It can vary, but on an average, and there will be a 30% Ishvara Prasada. Adi Daivika, Adi Bhautika, Adhyatmika, all the three are there. The effort is Adhyatmika. Adi Daivika, Adi Bhautika is completely beyond your control. And if that result has come, you have to thank. Right? You have to thank. That is why when you get something, what do? You buy something new. What do you do first? भगवान हमारा क्यों? मेरा नहीं है, ये आपका, तेरा तुझको ही अर्पण. उस भावना से let me use it. That giving that mind an equanimity that I will not jump. Even at bad, I will not just get brute. Even at good, I will not jump. That is why he says, this mind is the biggest unknown friend and enemy sitting inside. And the beauty is, यही माइंड को काम कराने को या नहीं कराने को बोलता है. दूसरा बाहर से कोई नहीं है. How much ever someone else, how much ever Krishna, Bhagavan, Shri Krishna tells, if Arjuna has decided he will not fight the war, it is my fate, even Bhagavan cannot do anything. Bhagavan will have to say, I wasted 18 chapters, maybe not useful to you, hopefully the world will make use of it. But Arjuna, you go by your fate and that is your fate. I can't do anything. And for Bhagavan's fate, Arjuna did not say that. In the 66th Shloka he says, I understood what it is. Bhagavan's fate was good. Vyasacharya's fate was good. What do you do? Because when he is putting karma, the karma phala also has got his fate. That's the thing. It's a different thing that Bhagavan knows that fate part. How do you know Bhagavan knows the fate part? Because he is Bhagavan. देखो, प्रमाणम तस्मात् शास्त्रम प्रमाणम दे. प्रमाणम बताओ, तब I will accept. He told it in the 4th chapter. In Avatar, he told that. 4th chapter, जल्दी खोलो. श्री भगवान उवाच. एवं परंपरा प्राप्तम इमं राजर्षयो विदुः सकाले नेह महता योगो नष्टः परन्तप स एवायं मया तेद्य योगः प्रोक्तः पुरातनः भक्तोऽसि मे सखा चेति रहस्यं हेतदुत्तमम्. अर्जुन उवाच अपरं भवतो जन्म परं जन्म विवस्वतः कथमेतद्विजानीतां त्वमादौ प्रोक्तवानिति. Bhagavan answers here, bahuni me vyatitani janmani tava charjuna tanyaham veda sarvani natvam vedha parantapa. I know every janma of everything what I have done. Where is the question of fate here? I am aware of every fraction of the second what is happening. You do not even know yesterday what you ate your food. That is the reality. How will Bhagavan not know this fate part? Because he is the person who is the karma paradata. Are you getting? So Bhagavan knows. Hence, Krishna knew without the objective of Krishna's avatar is to give Bhagavad Gita. If the Bhagavad Gita is not going to give a positive result to Arjuna, will Bhagavan start such an endeavor? So it is foolish to even imagine that this would have happened. But because we are all Ajnanis, we can take the license to say Bhagavan's fate was good. That is why Arjuna understood it. ठीक है? ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम. So which means someone comes and tells me, sir, lot of problem is there, lot of trouble is there. One answer I have. Uddharedatmanatmanam natmanam avasarayet. You have to choose your friend and you have to keep away your enemy. It is within you. Clear? Chalo. धन्यवादाः.